Peace be upon you. My name is Rashida Sadiq, the Emoligen teacher. Today I'd like to discuss 7 ways to build rapport in the classroom. But before I commence, what exactly is rapport? Rapport is a close bond, a close relationship of mutual trust between 2 or more people. So in the classroom, we expect the teacher to be able to bond with the students, and we expect the learners to also have that trusted relationship with the teacher. Why is rapport important? Well, if you have a class where there's rapport, then the learners are more confident. They're more able to air their views. There's less anxiety. Secondly, there's also more comfort in the class atmosphere, you feel it. Sometimes you enter a room and you can actually cut the tension with a knife. There you can tell that the rapport isn't very good. But sometimes you enter a room and it's all really warm and fuzzy. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's in tune with each other, even if they're not communicating. That's a room that has a rapport. We want our classrooms to have rapport. Whenever there's rapport in a classroom, there's increased learner participation. The teacher knows how to reach out to the learner, and the learners are eager to participate because they have this mutual trust. They know that no matter what they say or do, the teacher isn't going to ridicule them. The teacher is there for them. And finally, when there's rapport, there's increased and improved learning outcomes. There's more learning taking place. So, what are those 7 ways to improve rapport? Here we go. The first one is that we should learn all the children's names and call them by name. I am partial to first names because then there's really that bond of closeness. In some places, we hear children being called by their surnames. To me, that's not good enough. And some teachers say it's because we have so many children having the same first names. I think you can either call the first names with the surnames, or you can call it with just the letter. So you could have Rashida S, Rashida A, Rashida T, if there are 3 Rashidas in the classroom. Another thing that you can do to build rapport is to learn the interests of those in the classroom. Know their hobbies, know what they do, know what they like to discuss, and talk to them about it. That really helps to endear you as a teacher to the learners. The third thing that we need to use is also make sure that we employ some of these interests in our examples, in our class tasks. So if I know that my learners love football, even if I'm teaching English, I'm going to be making references to football. That shows them that you really understand them and you want to touch them. You want to reach out to them. Another thing that you can do is to find common ground of experiences, or try also to see how you can relate their interests with your interests. That builds rapport. The next thing you can do is to have shared experiences. And this has worked wonders for me. Now, I tend to be one that is always trying to uphold the rules, so the children view me as somewhat strict. But there was a time that we had to have a shared volleyball game where I played with some of the students on my side, and after them we just became less formal. Even though I was still strict, they saw that I had a human side to me. They saw that I could also have fun. They saw that I cared for them when they were in my team, and we used to refer to that volleyball match. And from then on, we tried to have more shared experiences. That just improves the rapport. The next thing that you can do is make sure that you're empathetic. Make sure that you show empathy. You can't really be in their shoes, but you can try to show understanding for what it is that they're experiencing. Try to remember how life was when you were a kid, and it can't even be exactly the same. Because when you were a kid, there was no social media, there weren't so many techie gadgets. Life is different, but you have to try to understand each child's life. Some children may come to school hungry. Some children may have issues at home. Just try to understand with them and show them that you care. That really, really goes a long way to building and improving rapport. The very last one that works also for improving rapport is when you try to mirror or match some of the behaviors of your learners. Now, I'm not telling you to mimic them because you really need to be sincere. They notice when you do that and it feels as if you're making fun of them. Rather, just try to see which of their gestures are done generally in class and you follow suit. Or you can come up with gestures and mannerisms that are just like code to you in the classroom. So please do not, try to feel young and use some language that they'll just wonder what's wrong with you, but do try to understand some of the slang that they use, and when appropriate, use it too. This will really help to build rapport, and once there's rapport, the learning has really started. I charge you today to pick at least 3 of these ways that you'll start implementing in your class. And tell me if you notice a difference in the comment section. Thanks once again for listening. Until we meet again, bye-bye.